like it. You can see why it fits in that uniform still. So anyway, we're at Holes for Heroes, which is a production of Fishing for Life. You can find out a whole lot more information at fishingforlife.org, which has got all the info you need if you want to get involved, you want to participate, or you want to help out in the case of people who know their way around the fishing business, guides, people who know their way around a fishing pole, or in the case of people like me, just a financial donation to do the trick. So, Brad Carlson, of course, normally heard every Sunday from 2 to 3 on AM 1280 The Patriot. We'll be back tomorrow, breaking years of tradition of broadcasting on Super Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be able to fit it all in, so we'll be good. Yeah.
That's right. So I'll be taking a Super Sunday off to look forward to baseball season, basically, here. So since the Bears were eliminated well before Halloween this year, I have nothing to do tomorrow. So.
2 weeks from tomorrow, pitchers and catchers reporting down to Fort Myers for our Minnesota Twins.
So. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Hope springs eternal.
Indeed.
Hope is what we have here. So I was floundering around some information about Holes for Heroes earlier, but what the heck? We've got the information live from the horse's mouth here, I believe, right? Tom Goodrich is here to join us. Would you pop on a monitor? Yeah. So, Goody, how's it going?
Well, it's going great. We successfully, almost crossed the finish line. We're in the middle stream of we got an hour and a half left.
Okay.
And it's, most years, honestly, I see blood somewhere. Somebody slips and falls. None of that. Some neat stuff happening out there.
Well, so talk a little bit about what's going on out there today. How's this year different from some other years?
Well, the one big thing you might have heard too, we got the big tip it up for the troops.
Yes, that's right.
So we selected 18 families. Now they are returning families, or like this World War II vet you had on. They all get a separate guide, separate fish house, and a tip up that's out there with a big sucker minnow. And the idea is if one of those get them, they were in a big prize. So it's a way to honor those soldiers. Also, we love to have the general community out to honor and recognize all the soldiers and their commitments and why we're able to do this sort of thing. So it's about the same, good weather, but that tip it up is a new idea.
Do we have the official statistics of what has been the biggest catch thus far today, Tom Goodrich? Do we keep track of such things?
We do, but I didn't bring it over. I did see, I bet about a 4-pound northern.
Okay.
We'll see some walleyes. Bass sometimes are the trickier one, but a lot of panfish, crappies, and perch.
Excellent. So what else is going on here today? I mean, we got all the usual stuff for people who haven't been here before. What is the usual stuff out here at Holes for Heroes?
Well, we like to do the fish fry, and we got brats as well, and hot cocoa. So that's a big deal. On the ice, not easy to perform.
Yes.
Minnow race, if you hear the commotion over there, we've got a big minnow race going on, and that is 10 heats. The winner advances in a 345 Highway Federal Credit Union donated like $100 gift card for first place. So these kids are going after some interesting, that's a lot of money for a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't introduce your colleague, Vaughn, on the air. Vaughn, say hello, talk about a little bit what you got going on today.
Thank you. Well,
Get closer to that microphone.
far more important than me is Tom's a beautiful bride right out there, so we have to say hi to Kathy.
She's running quickly, apparently. She doesn't want to say hello? What's up with that?
We're grateful to be here with the Goodrich family. He has all of his children out here helping out, so John's here with us right now, and so we are blessed. And yes, I am blessed to be a part of Fishing for Life. And we have a new program that we just kicked off January 1st called Next Gen. And we are wanting to do a mentorship program where we are looking for guides that are interested in taking some of our children that Tom was just talking about, that involved in different programs, and take them fishing. And then we also have a gym fishing camp this summer.
Absolutely. So Tom Goodrich, this is, we're involved every year out here at the ice fishing event at Holes for Heroes, and that's such a fairly high profile event, but Fishing for Life is a year-round thing. For people who don't follow this year-round, describe a little bit about Fishing for Life and what the mission is.
One of our major ministries is the GEM camp. So it's a camp where we get to take the kids for 5 days, 4 nights, all right? We do 8 of those a year. Vaughn has just been hired to run those, and he's got a great camping experience. Now, what it is here's kind of a code saying, we want to be the camp that comes home with the kids. So they go to camp, but we do a year-round program, as you guys know, on the ice, We do lake events, we do trout ponds, we do so much stuff that there is stuff for those kids to be consistently involved with us. We expose them to the outdoors, but also the love of Jesus Christ. It's very important to us. And we attract them a lot through the fishing and outdoors, and it's a wonderful way to get them involved. And we've taken one more step, and that's the next gen. Von's going to be running that too, and that is a more intentional mentorship program. So now, instead of the random on a lake event, a guy meets a kid, they get in the boat, it is the guides are charged with doing 10 to 15 outdoor programs with a specific kid a year. So it's a big deal. And not just outdoor programs, but also spiritual content and life skills. That's a loose term, life skills.
Sure.
What does that mean? But it's how you treating mom, how you doing in school. Are you a bully or are you being bullied? And we're putting a stop to things like that.
Refresh our memory again. These GEM camps, GEM, that's an acronym for what again?
Great Expectations Ministry.
Got it. Okay. A goal we can all aspire to. Now, we talk about fishingforlife.org is a website where people can go to get more information. It's something we like to promote every year as well, Tom. Some people that have old fishing equipment just don't know what the heck to do with it anymore. Are you still taking these materials, maybe refurbishing
Well,
them?
you would be surprised. I think I might have told you years past. We'd fill this room 2 times over with the stuff we got. We have over 250 volunteers rebuilding every year. That's 6 different events. We take over gymnasiums. All 160 gander mount stores collect and send it to us. So it's a bigger deal. And yes, and the beauty is we've got the people to distribute it to through our camps, through our kids at lake events, and blah blah blah. So yes, we do take that equipment.
Fantastic.
So all in all, I mean, you have a big ministry, you have a large mission that you carry out here. How many kids do you suppose you impact in a given year at Fishing for Life?
Well, and we run now by this acronym called CPR, a life safety principle you might know, but we use it's cultivating events where we see 5,000 a year at our trout ponds, right? We cultivate a relationship. Then we move into our planting phase of kids, where at a lake event we can plant some seeds of the gospel with Bibles and stories and short snippets, and we don't get a large audience. Sure. And then the R in CPR is reaping events. Vaughn runs our reaping event, our camp. We get them for 4 days. Lives can change. You can impact a kid after 4 days of talking. So we run that acronym, CPR, and in total, I bet you we run through 5,000 people, kids, shake their hands in some instances, but some we go deep with.
Absolutely. So how can people, we've asked everyone this who's been involved with Fishing for Life so far, how can people find out more, and what kind of help do you need from different types of people? For example, I would not be able to guide a fishing trip out of a target. But on the other hand, I could probably pony up a few bucks here or two. What kind of help do you need, and how can people provide it?
I like to probably frame it under what the Lord might lead you to do. Press into the Lord, and I'm okay with people saying no. We don't want a guy forced into it or anything like that.
Right.
However, I would say men are really intricate and involved. The more men, the more kids we can impact. And it might be just a guy shaping up his life, getting mentored, hanging with us through our fishing programs. And we begin to shape his life, and now he ultimately turns towards children.
Absolutely. So fishingforlife.org is the website. People can go there, find out more about both how they can get kids involved and get themselves involved, and how they can help you guys out. We want to make sure that gets out to people. So I'll post that at Shot in the Dark, that info, as soon as I get around a computer here at some point here today. So how many years is this for Holes for Heroes, Tom?
Yep,
6th year. Okay. So we've been here since the beginning too, and it's always one of the highlights of the year here. I mean, who'd have thought sitting out in the middle of a frozen lake would be the highlight of the broadcast here, and yet there we are. So thanks for the invite every year, Tom, Vaughn. Great to see you guys here again. It's always one of the highlights of both of our broadcast years, and we'll have to look forward to number 7 here coming up next year. So thanks for stopping out with us, man.
Okay.
First Saturday in February.
First Saturday in February, absolutely.
It's on my
on the calendar.
On the calendar every year, absolutely. Northern Alliance Radio Network live from Holes for Heroes on Medicine Lake in Plymouth. About an hour and a half to go, as Tom said here, but there's still plenty of action going on here. One of those brats and some of that cocoa is looking mighty good right now.
I think so. What do you think in the final segment? We have a special birthday party coming up next month. I think we have Mike Gallagher, Mike